issue. I am just going to read you some things that I found just to get a little bit of clarity about this topic. But second of all, I feel like this isn't ASMR drama. I already established that it isn't drama, but I don't think it's the ASMR. My gosh, why are they so loud? I don't think it's the problem. Not the problem. See, I'm trying to put it lightly. I feel like, so the content, the community this involves, it's been like 3 minutes and I still haven't told you. I feel like the community that is involved with this problem, and I know that, people that are disgusting like this exist in all spaces of the internet. You just can't stop it, but I feel like the content is a bit weird. And if somebody sees this video, if you see this video and you're from that community, feel free to explain. It just comes off weird to me. Once ASMR was weird, right? Whispering. Why are you whispering into the microphone? Why are we listening to people crinkle and tap objects? This was weird, but I feel like this specific genre of content is even weirder. So this type of content creator that I'm gonna be talking about, because it's happening in their community, they do voice acting, I guess, and basically the whole video is audio, and they read a script, a little story, which is a POV of your supposed girlfriend or boyfriend, significant other, or your friend. I feel like there's a romance popularity in this genre. It's an audiobook, but it is weird to me because the specific genre of content is the creator telling you, talking to you as if they are your significant other. And I read in the comment section of, let me just tell their name, Mint Maple Wood. So this person is a voice acting ASMR creator, which I don't think it is ASMR. So that is it right there. I don't think it's ASMR. Feel free to say that I'm wrong, but personally, ASMR is supposed to be autonomous sensory meridian response, where it's supposed to relax you and give you tingles and put you to sleep. And that's it. That's it. It's not supposed to be sexual. It's not supposed to be sexual. It's not supposed to be based on role plays of audios that are not even whispering or soft-spoken. It's just supposed to put you to sleep, give you tingles, and relax you. So I don't personally understand how the voice acting community is considered ASMR, if you get what I'm saying. In this voice acting community, which is weird to me, but I watched their video. I don't know their pronouns, so I'm just gonna say they. I watched their video on about, children being groomed, because sometimes the person that's creating the video has vile intentions when it comes to specifically children. I mean, just generally speaking, we've seen kids being taken advantage of in masses, not in a sexual way, but in a financial way, through people like Jake Paul and like other creators that like did videos focused on kids content and selling merch and overpriced courses that only a child would buy because it is like that stupid. And I'm not saying like if you're under the age of 18 you're dumb, but some people, some children, just like anyone, can be more vulnerable than others, and that's where the horrible people of the internet are having an easier time taking advantage of you. And there are people online who would love to manipulate their audience into doing things that are even as far to say illegal. And I've read that ASMR community that needs to be addressed. And there are explicit mentions of like topics that I can't like say out loud, but I mentioned them so you know what it is. But I think they just want bigger creators to speak out on this problem, because it obviously affects more of the, I guess, ASMR community than just voice acting subgenre. So I'm not a big creator, but I just saw this and I thought that I would share with you in case you're a teenager. Know that you should be extra careful. Don't join Discord servers where it looks sketchy, okay? Just don't. There have been other YouTubers as well that turn into predators, I guess, and did predatory behavior towards minors, and it's not just specific to this community. Okay, so I put the laptop a little bit back, but I'm just gonna quickly skim read you the tweet longer from this creator. So they thank Mint, who I mentioned, that made the video about this, explaining, the dangers and how to look out for the dangers and why this might be happening with the cross intermingling of different communities. So this person mentions that some of the listeners hold ASMR artists to a very high standard and treat them like they can do no wrong, and I feel like this is because they're just vulnerable in period. If you are mature enough, old enough, that in real life you can dissociate between who is a nice person and a bad person, you can do that online too, but I think it might be harder because of course people choose what they put online, right? And they choose what to keep out, and sometimes people with not good intentions can curate a kind of personality that is just fake, that is not who they actually are. So that's where people will get hurt if they're not careful. They said that if you're a victim of any VAs or ASMR artists, please speak out. You'll have the support of many on your side. They also say, I think people, content creators and listeners alike, need to stop treating ASMR artists like they can do no wrong. Listeners need to not trust any ASMR artist. Just because they're your favorite content creator does not mean they're not a bad person. And overall, we need to encourage victims to speak up and not be scared. So this person says that the listeners need to stop treating us like we're their friends, boyfriends, or anything similar. We aren't. Our relationships outside of YouTube do not need to be told to you. Our issues do behaviors, or quote-unquote yes men. Due to this, holding them accountable was way more difficult since they quite literally had a team to defend them from anyone who dared to say anything. Positive toxicity will only add to an issue, especially when it comes down to abusive behaviors. Abusive people strive in an environment where others would rather stay silent than say anything. Because of this, they avoid accountability and the victims are disregarded. I was told off numerous times for standing up for myself or victims, since to them that would be problematic or wasn't nice. For me, I rather start a ruckus than to stay quiet about abusive behaviors that are actively harming the community as a whole. I was made out to be the villain by manipulative people just for calling out literal groomers and pedophiles. And for that, I cut myself off from these communities and decided to remain that way for the rest of my time here. Thankfully, there is a happy ending to this. Over time, I realized the community has become more vocal on calling out disgusting behaviors. To that I say cheers. No matter who it is, we need to hold abusive behavior accountable. Even though my experience with the community wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, I can't complain much. I cannot imagine what it is like to be a victim in that situation and have a barrage of fans attack you for standing up for yourself. My pain stat is incomparable to those who had to deal with anything like this. I'm so sorry. I hope you know that there are so many people here who want to help you and stand up with you. You're not alone and you did not deserve what happened to you. Stay strong and take care of yourself. Betty said that they're not here to expose any names or bring up old news, and said that bad people will always be around and we can't change that. What we can change is how to handle the situation better for the victims involved and the community as a whole. I agree with the sentiment that bad people will always be around. I feel like I will leave it at that because I am not involved in this voice acting community at all, and I'm sorry that the video has been shaky because I'm holding the laptop so the fans can cool off, so it doesn't create as much noise to you. I just wanted to bring this topic up. I will edit this